Following Rome's catastrophic defeat at the Battle of the Teutoburg Forest in 9 AD, Caesar Augustus faced an urgent reckoning. The resilient Germanic tribes, led by the cunning Arminius, had dealt a devastating blow to Rome. Determined to prevent such calamity from recurring, Augustus embarked on a sweeping transformation of Rome's military might. The loss of the 17th, 18th and 19th legions spurred Augustus to swift action. New legions were raised and equipped with improved armor and upgraded weapons, a testament to the hard-learned lessons from Varus's fateful campaign. Yet, in solemn tribute to the fallen, Augustus retired the numbers of the lost legions, leaving an indelible void in Rome's military roster. Augustus understood that true strength lay not only in arms, but in leadership. With a discerning eye, he restructured command of the legions, entrusting supreme authority only to the most seasoned generals, like Tiberius and Germanicus. Their loyalty to himself and their strategic military acumen were crucial in maintaining discipline and morale among the legions, crucial for Rome's resurgence. Abandoning his original plans to expand Rome's frontier to the Elbe River, Augustus turned his gaze westward. Tiberius, charged with securing the Rhine River in 10 AD, fortified its banks with new forts and watchtowers, transforming it into Rome's shield against Germanic incursions, a line between Roman order and barbarian chaos. Because logistical calculations underpinned Rome's military, new roads spanned the empire, bridges crossed rivers, and supply depots ensured rapid restocking of Rome's legions, even in the most hostile territories. Augmenting these efforts, Augustus expanded his network of Germanic spies, ensuring Rome's legions were well informed about the movements and plans of their adversaries. Training became the crucible for Rome's new tactics. Legions underwent guerrilla warfare training, honing the necessary skills to counter ambushes akin to those orchestrated by Arminius. Discipline, the bedrock of Roman military prowess, was reinforced, ensuring cohesion even within dense forests or other difficult terrains. Generals such as Tiberius, Germanicus, Messallinus and Silius were fervently encouraged to bolster troop morale and forge strong cohesion within the legions, counteracting the deep psychological scars left by Rome's devastating defeat at Teutoburg. Lavish ceremonies, coveted rewards, and commanding public displays of confidence were all employed to reignite the fighting spirit of the Roman soldiers, transforming Rome's despair into a renewed fervor for victory. And so, in 11 AD, Germanicus Julius Caesar, the scion of Rome's future, embarked for Germania. Accompanied by his steadfast wife Agrippina and their sons, they set forth to implement Augustus's vision amidst the coming winds of change and uncertainty. Germanicus's wife, Agrippina, ever the supportive partner, accompanied him on his campaign. Along with their surviving sons, Nero and Drusus Caesar, having already mourned the loss of young Gaius and Tiberius, Agrippina took up residence in Gaul, near her husband's base at the Rhine River, but carefully positioned out of potential danger. Germanicus's presence in Germania was more than a military command. It was a symbol of Rome's resilience and resolve. Alongside Tiberius, Germanicus led Rome's legions across the Rhine, striking at individual tribes who had joined Arminius's coalition. Punitive expeditions punished the defiant, while simultaneously forging alliances with the prudent, fracturing the unity of Rome's Germanic enemies. Among the alliances forged, none rivaled the significance of King Maroboduus of the Marcomanni. Once seen as a threat to Rome, Maroboduus now stood as a bulwark against Arminius's ambitions. Despite past conflicts with Tiberius in 6 AD, King Maroboduus honored his alliance with Rome, delivering the head of Publius Quinctilius Varus to Caesar Augustus, a gesture that spoke volumes of his commitment to peace. Although King Maroboduus declined to take up arms against the Germanic tribes under Arminius, the treaty skillfully negotiated by Tiberius and Germanicus ensured that Maroboduus's coalition would defend the crucial pathway to Pannonia via Vindobona and the Danuvius River, solidifying a strategic shield against potential invasion. Though still recovering from the loss at Teutoburg, Rome now stood resilient, slowly preparing to reclaim her lost dominance. By year's end, Tiberius and Germanicus were ready to return to Rome for the winter. The Rhine River, now fortified with 8 legions, stood as a bastion against the Germanic tribes, while the path into Pannonia, guarded by the steadfast Marcomanni, ensured a secure frontier. With their military duties complete, Germanicus retrieved Agrippina and their sons from Gaul, and the family returned to Rome, amidst much anticipation. In Rome, Germanicus's acclaim soared. Despite having never held the offices of aedile or praetor, Germanicus was elected consul for the year 12th AD, serving alongside Gaius Fonteius Capito. His meteoric rise was a testament to his valor and the love the Roman people bore for him. Not only was he a celebrated war hero and consul, but he continued to advocate passionately for defendants in the law courts, endearing himself even further to the populace. The year 12 AD also saw Germanicus administering the annual Ludi Martialis, or Games of Mars. The city buzzed with excitement as public feasting and drinking, theatrical performances, chariot races and war games brought life to every corner of Rome. However, Germanicus had something extraordinary in store for the citizens. For the wild animal hunt in the Circus Maximus, Germanicus orchestrated a spectacle never before seen on such a scale. Over 200 lions, shipped from Rome's eastern and North African provinces, were released into the arena. The sight of these majestic beasts, set for slaughter, ignited the crowd's fervour, making the games an unforgettable display of Germanicus's power and grandeur. Then, on October 23rd of the same year, the streets of Rome were bursting with anticipation as Tiberius celebrated the rescheduled triumph for his hard-fought victory over the Bellum Battonianum, as well as his campaigns across the Rhine River in the aftermath of the Varian disaster. The city was alive with excitement, the air thick with the scent of flowers and incense. As the parade wound its way through the streets, Tiberius, adorned in a gold-embroidered purple toga picta, led the procession with an air of invincible authority. Sharing in this glory, Germanicus marched just behind Tiberius, his presence a testament to the faith Tiberius placed in him. Awarded the triumphal regalia through the efforts of Tiberius, Germanicus was met with thunderous applause from the adoring masses, their cheers echoing off the ancient stones of the city. The sight of Germanicus, who embodied youthful vigour and martial prowess, filled the citizens of Rome with renewed pride and hope. Following Germanicus were Tiberius's other generals, Marcus Valerius Messala Messallinus, Aulus Caecina Severus, Marcus Plautius Silvanus, Gaius Vibius Postumus, and Marcus Aemilius Lepidus. Each of these men had also earned the honour of the triumphal regalia through their fearlessness and leadership in the Bellum Battonianum. The grandeur of the military procession was a powerful reminder of Rome's might and the unity of its leaders. The climax of the celebration came with the ritual sacrifice of a white bull to Jupiter Optimus Maximus within his temple on Capitoline Hill. Amidst the solemn chants of the priests and the fervent prayers of the people, Tiberius and his generals participated in this sacred rite, their hands steady as they offered the purest symbol of victory to the King of the Gods, honoring not just the divine Jupiter, but also reinforcing the sanctity and supremacy of Rome. At the beginning of 13 AD, following the end of his consular term, Germanicus Julius Caesar was officially named commander of the forces on the Rhine by Caesar Augustus himself. Once again, Germanicus left Rome, accompanied by his sons Nero and Drusus, and a new baby boy, born the previous August to Agrippina. The child was named Gaius in honor of their firstborn son, who had tragically passed away in childhood. Taking up residence on the Rhine, Germanicus now wielded command over approximately one-third of Rome's total military might. The Legios I Germanica, II Augusta, V Alaudi, 13th and 14th Gemina, 16th Gallica, 20th Valeria Victrix, and the 21st Rapax all fell under his supreme command. The responsibility for 8 full legions was immense, but Germanicus, ever the dutiful soldier and statesman, faced his new role with unyielding resolve and determination. In Rome, Caesar Augustus, now 75 years old, had spent the last 4 years meticulously consolidating Rome's legal, religious, and military powers into his own hands. He had removed potential rivals, expanded his network of informers and spies, and subdued the Senate, all to curtail the formation of any conspiracies or plots. Augustus's health was failing, and he knew the time had come to secure Rome's future. In a move that sent ripples through the political landscape, Augustus elevated Tiberius, already endowed with tribunicia potestas since 3 AD, to the status of co-princeps. No longer second man in the empire, this effectively made Tiberius equal in power to Augustus, a distinction not even granted to Augustus's closest confidant, Marcus Vipsanius Agrippa. With Tiberius positioned as co-princeps, Germanicus, his heir, commanding a formidable portion of Rome's legions, and Agrippina, Augustus's granddaughter, proving herself a stalwart matron by providing heirs for the next generation, the question of the succession was finally resolved. Caesar Augustus could now face his mortality with confidence. The seamless transition of power to Tiberius Julius Caesar would ensure the continuity of the empire, the continuation of Augustus's legacy, and stave off the spectre of civil war. As the 13 AD year drew to a close, the long, turbulent political future of Rome seemed finally and securely anchored. In Rome, Augustus could rest, knowing his legacy would endure through the capable hands of Tiberius and the coming promise of Germanicus, preserving the peace and stability for which the posthumously adopted son of the divine Julius Caesar had dedicated his entire life.